Another thing that's always important, and it's important pretty much at every photo, is basic contrast through the curves. Curves is one of the most powerful tools for contrasting. And I just come down here on the layers area down here on the lower right, click on the, actually looks like a yin yang symbol almost, if you ask me. That's what I always think of it, a yin yang symbol. And come up to where it says curves. Really powerful tool. And usually I start with just a linear contrast, just a real slight S curve. It's a basic beginning point, and I'm turn on and off whether you like it or not. And actually looking at this, to be honest, I think the high pass sharpening is a little too strong. 100% is definitely way too strong, so I'm gonna bring it down. And I might bring it way down. Oh, maybe like this. Let's see. Yeah, about 50%. I'll go a little higher, 60%. So yeah, rarely, it's true, rarely doesn't affect need a 100% process. So on and off, on and off. You like playing on and off? And I'm going to bring a little bit of highlights up a little more. And that actually darkened things too. So what I'm going to do, use this white mask. I'm going to go to the gradient tool and go from black to opaque, or transparent I should say, and start with a black foreground and just kind of come up here for the mountains, and nothing's happening. Come up, gradient. Alright, there we go. My computer's getting a little slow for whatever reason, but I just create a little gradient here and a backslash key again. Looks like that. So this area is kind of untouched, except this one little spot down here at the top of, what is that? Geiselman Mountain, actually, is what it is. So I'm just going to use a little brush here real quick. A black brush. Paint it out. Okay, and this cloud over here is just way too bright. I didn't want that much brightness at all. And as a matter of fact, let me see. With a low flow, you really kind of do got to push and then bring it over multiple times. But it's better to build up the effect instead of having too much and having to undo it. It's better to just build it up, and I think that'll work right there. And that's one reason why you put the backslash key. You can actually see where you applied the effect and how much of it. It's actually the quick mask mode, I call it. Okay, I turn it off, and now let's see where we're at. It's looking better. I added quite a bit of contrast. Really brought the Milky Way out significantly, even more so. And I might go a little more. I'm gonna try just straight white. Nope, definitely not like that. Let's bring this point up. Too much. And it just takes a little bit of playing around until you can get it right. And being conscious of blowing out bright areas, totally clipped highlights or loss of detail and information. But actually what I'm looking here, there's not that bad. And up here at the histogram on the right side, there's really nothing going on there. There's almost no brightness. So in reality, I could actually bring it up even more. So what I'm going to do is brighten up this bright area here on the Milky Way. I'm rotating around with the pointer. And then this one area over here on the right is called the bulge of Ophiuchus. Ophiuchus? It's hard to say. I know how to say it, it's just hard to. Ophiuchus, the bulge of Ophiuchus, which is actually this little section here in the Milky Way. It's actually on the very top of our galactic core. And we're actually, when you're looking at this, you're actually looking at the galaxy edge on. At this point, when you're looking here, this is the center of the galaxy, this is the core right here, and you're looking edge on, and then this is looking out towards the arm, one of the arms of our galaxy, and you keep going, you start looking out into space. So we're looking at a good part of our galaxy in the spiral arms from edge on. That's what you're seeing here. So actually, in reality, the galactic core, it's quite bright. If you actually go out at night and look up into the sky and see the core of our galaxy, and despite how far away it is and how limited our sight or our vision is at night, that core is exceptionally bright. It really is bright. You don't realize until you stare at it for a while. So you really want to bring that out without, like I said, going too far on highlights, like totally blowing highlights or losing whole areas. But we're going to work on really brightening that up. So I might have to do another curves or maybe just duplicate this layer. Let's try duplicating the layer. If I don't like it, I'll just delete it. I don't really want any more darks or shadows, and I just want to see a little bit, maybe too much. So let's reduce opacity pretty low. And that really brought it out. That's good. Now the edge of the galaxy is not as bright since we're looking out into the thinner part of the disk. So I definitely don't want to brighten it up as much.